I am Dr. Shivanapa Patil, Assistant Professor in Computer Science. I am very happy to introduce today's keynote speaker. Google.
ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಸರ್
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ
ಹಾ ಸರ್
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ
Bodle cards ಅಂತಿಮ.
ಏನು ಸರ್
ಜೋರಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಸರ್
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ
ಹಾ ಸರ್
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ
Bodle cards ಅಂತಿಮ.
ಜೋರಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ
ಹಲೋ,
ಹಲೋ ಸರ್
ಏನಾಯ್ತು?
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್
1, 2, 3, 4. ನಾವು ಜೋರಾಳೆ. Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Shana Patil, Assistant Professor in Computer Science. I'm very happy to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Ravindra S.H., to this a 3-day national level FDP on Google Documents conducting by Department of Computer Science of LUD College, Raichur, on the occasion of World Computer Literacy Day 2020. Presently, Dr. Ravindra S.H. is the Dean of the School of Computer Science, Associate Professor, Head of the Department of Computer Science, Central University of Karnataka, Kadaganchi, Kalburgi. He completed BSc from Gulbarga University, Gulbarga in the year 1991 and MCA in the year 1995 from the Gulbarga University, MPhil in the year 2003 from Gulbarga University. He carried out PhD in computer science under the guidance of Dr. B.V. Dhandra, Professor PG Department of Computer Science, Gulbarga University in the year 2007. The title of thesis is A Study on Pattern Classification and Analysis of Medical Images. He was also NCCC certificate holder. He worked as a lecturer in Department of Computer Science in Government Boys College, Raichur, and taught undergraduate courses and guided UG projects in the year 1997 to 2008. He worked as head of the Department of Computer Science, guided BCA and BSc Computer Science students for a project in the year 2008 in Government First Grade College, Vijayanagara, Bangalore. In Karnataka University, Dharwad from 2008 to 2012. He worked as assistant professor and principal investigator for the UGC major research project and taught courses MCA, MSc Computer Science. He worked as professor and head of the Department of Computer Science, director IQAC NAC, nodal officer, director innovation, incubation and linkages, coordinator university level Avishkar research competition, coordinator university Instrumentation Center, Director School of Computational Science in PIH University Solapur since from 2012 to January 2020. Right now, he is the Central University of Karnataka, Kadaganchi, Kalburgi, and working as Dean School of Computer Sciences, Associate Professor, and Head of the Department of Computer Science, Nodal Officer, Project Summer, Ministry of Education, Government of India, teaching for the courses MC and guiding PhD scholars. His area of interest are digital image processing, computer vision, medical image analysis, document image analysis, biometric, robotics, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, so on. He has guided 10 PhD, 16 MPhil research scholars and guiding 4 PhDs, 2 theses submitted. In International Journal 76, in International Conference Proceedings 57, in National Conference Proceedings 7, in Edited Books 5, in Book Chapter 34, article, paper chapters have been published so far. From the year 2009 to 2012, he has done UGC major research project on a study on analysis diseases in medical images. He has organized more than 10 events like international conferences and seminars and workshops, and around 50 he has delivered special lectures on various topics like bioinformatics and information technology, etc. He is a senior member in IEEE, Associate Editorial Board, Current Medical Imaging, International Association of Engineers, International Association of Computer Science and Information Technology. He is also chairman in BOS in Computer Science, Central University of Karnataka, 2020 onwards. Member in Academic Council, Central University of Karnataka, 2020 onwards. Member of Court of Central University of Karnataka, 2020 onwards. Chairman BOS in Computer Science, Solapur University, Solapur, 2014 to 2020. Member Board of Examination of Gulbarga University, Kalburgi, Karnataka University, Dharwad, Karnataka State Women University, Vijaypura, Mysore University, Mysore, Goa University, Goa, Vijayanagara Sri Krishnadevara University, Ballari, UMP University, Shumoga, JC Javin College, Hubli, Bangalore University, Bangalore. He has collaborated with other universities in the research field such as Mumbai University, USA, Pune, Bangalore, Australia. He is also advisor of Mrs. Devlin Technology Private Limited, Mumbai. He visited out of countries and brought abroad for the purpose of academic activities like Hong Kong, presenting the research papers in the international conferences, Sydney, Australia, Florida, USA, Dhaka, Bangladesh, Malta, Europe. He was awarded biographical profile has been introduced and published in the Marcus Who's Who in the World 2015 edition. His ongoing project are Vishweshwaraya PhD Fellowship. With this, I conclude my brief introduction. Dr. Ravindra S.H. I wish him on behalf of LUD College Raichur to do more activities and spread the knowledge all over the world. On behalf of Samaste and college, I once again welcome Dr. Ravindra S.H. as the inaugurator of the FDP. I thank you for giving me an opportunity to give brief introduction about SIRS. Thank you.
They are already done, but just
ಎಲ್.ಇ.ಡಿ. ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕುಂತೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ
चलो मनोज भाई वेरी गुड निधि बेन नो આવી ગયું
ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಸಿ ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ಹಾಡು.
Good morning, one and all. Myself, Yasmin Patel, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science. Behalf of Tarana Shikshana Samsthe, Lakshmi Venkatesh Desai College, I would like to welcome you all to the first day of Faculty Development Program on Google Documents. Let us begin today's program by remembering Almighty through an invocation song by Sri Raghavendra CN, Head of Music Department.
Good morning to all. Lambodara Shivakumara Koti Namana Nimage Koti Namana Nimage ಲಂಬೋದರ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಂಬೋದರ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂಬಾಸುತ ಕಳೆ ವಿಘ್ನವ ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸು ನೀಯಮಗೆ ಅಂಬಾಸುತ ಕಳೆ ವಿಘ್ನವ ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸು ನೀಯಮಗೆ ಲಂಬೋದರ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮನ ನಿಮಗೆ ದುಷ್ಟ ರಾವಣಗೆ ವಿಘ್ನವ ತಂದು ಉಪಚರಿಸಿದೆ ನೀಧರಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ರಾಮರ ಕೃಪೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಿಸಿ ಪೊರೆಯಯ್ಯ ತಂದೆಯ ಮಗೆ ಲಂಬೋದರ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆಗೆ ಸಮ ಭೂಮಂಡಲಕ್ಕೆಂದೇ ಧೀರ ಪ್ರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆಗೆ ಸಮ ಭೂಮಂಡಲಕ್ಕೆಂದೇ ಧೀರ ಮುದದಿ ತಂದೆ ಗುರು ಶ್ಯಾಮ ವಿಠಲನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿಯ ಕೊಡು ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್ವರ ಮುದದಿ ತಂದೆ ಗುರು ಶ್ಯಾಮ ಸುಂದರನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿಯ ಕೊಡು ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್ವರ ಲಂಬೋದರ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮನ ನಿಮಗೆ 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 ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Venkatesh B. Devru, sir, Principal, Lakshmi Venkatesh Desai College, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. On this very special occasion of Computer Literacy Day,
ఏదైనా షేర్ చేసుకొని చెరువు తీసుకోండి అయిపోద్ది.
welcome to all the participants to this program of celebrating World Computer Literacy Day by our college. In fact, some of you may be knowing that World Computer Literacy Day was launched by Indian computer company National Institute of Information Technology NIIT to mark its 20th anniversary in the year 2001. In response to research which suggested that the majority of the computer users around the world were men. It intended to encourage the development of technological skills, particularly among women and children in India. The theme of World Computer Literacy Day 2020 is on literacy, that is teaching and learning in the COVID-19 crisis and beyond, especially the role of educators and changing pedagogies. Ladies and gentlemen, you all may be experiencing in your college how the COVID, if you see the positive part of the COVID, you all have seen how the COVID has made its impact, especially in the pedagogy.
Yeah.
We were all used to having offline or physical classes. Now we are all switching over to online classes. Most of the so-called teachers, we were unaware of the role of computers and information technology, and we are forced to adjust to it. In this context, I would like to say that if you are computer illiterate today, you are totally illiterate. In the olden days, people used to say, if you are not having the knowledge of alphabetics or numerology, you are called alphabetics. However educated you may be today, but if you don't have the knowledge of computers, you are totally illiterate. This must be the experience of every teacher, every administrator, every person in the field. In this context, we in our college, we thought of highlighting the role of computer literacy to the existing situation. Thanks to Department of Computer Science, LVD College, led by its head, Mr. Karim, and all the teachers here who came out with the suggestion of celebrating this Computer World Literacy Day by organizing a 3-day national level online faculty development program, for which we were very, very happy to do it. And there where we are here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I deem it a great pleasure to welcome you all to the 20th World Literacy Day. We couldn't have had a better person than Dr. R.S. Hegde, Dean, Department of School of Computer Science, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science, Central University, Kalaburgi, who will inaugurate the 3 days function here. I also welcome you, sir, to this online program of 3-day national level faculty development program. I also would like to take this opportunity to welcome the President, the General Secretary of our Samsthe in their absentia. I also welcome Chairman and Secretary of the Managing Committee of our college, who have been very supportive to all the programs in the college. I deem it a great pleasure to welcome all my esteemed colleagues in the college, and I also welcome the Department of Computer Science, who are instrumental in carrying out this today's 3 days program. Once again, I take pride in welcoming you all, and I hope you will all be enlightened about the computer science role and its importance. Perhaps we all must be experiencing in that day that every information, every government order is being put on WhatsApp or on Google Form. Perhaps until the COVID-19 erupted, many of us were not knowing about the Google Form, the role of Google Form, how it would act in its own way. Today, most of the things that we are doing is through Google Forms, WhatsApp, internet, and so on and so forth. Therefore, the computer science department plays a very, very important role. I also wish to welcome Dr. Niranjan Murthy, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, resource person of the today's function. Sir, I welcome you too. I hope you enjoy every bit of the programs here, and we would have Professor R.S. Hegde to inaugurate this function. Thank you all. Over to Asmin Patel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your impactful words. Now, I would like to request Dr. Shanapa Patil, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to introduce the keynote speaker of today's program, Dr. Raghavendra S.H., sir.
Good morning to all. I am Dr. Shanapa Patil, Assistant Professor in Computer Science. I am very happy to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Ravindra S.H., to this a 3-day national level FDP on Google Documents conducting by Department of Computer Science, LVD College, Raichur, on the occasion of World Computer Literacy Day 2020. Presently, Dr. Ravindra S.H. is the Dean of School of Computer Science, Associate Professor, and Head of the Department of Computer Science, Central University of Karnataka, Kadaganchi, Kalaburgi. He completed BSc from Gulbarga University, Gulbarga in the year 1991 and MCA in the year 1995 from Gulbarga University. MPhil in the year 2003 from Gulbarga University. He carried out PhD in computer science under the guidance of Dr. B.V. Dhandra, Professor PG Department of Computer Science, Gulbarga University in the year 2007. The title of thesis is a study on pattern classification and analysis of medical images. He was also an NCCC certificate holder. He worked as lecturer in the Department of Computer Science in Government Boys College, Raichur, and taught the undergraduate courses 8. He worked as head of the Department of Computer Science, guided BCA and BSc Computer Science students for projects in the year 2008 in Government First Grade College, Vijayanagara, Bangalore. In Karnataka University, Dharwad, from 2008 to 2012, he worked as assistant professor and principal investigator for UGC major research project and taught courses MCA, MSc Computer Science. He worked as professor and head of the Department of Computer Science, director IQAC NAC, nodal officer, director innovation, incubation and linkages, coordinator university level Avishkar, research computation, coordinator University Instrumentation Center, director School of Computational Science in PIH University Solapur since from 2012 to January 2020. Right now, he is at Central University of Karnataka, Kadaganchi, Kalburgi, and working as Dean School of Computer Science, Associate Professor, and HOD of Computer Science, Nodal Officer, Project Summer, Ministry of Education, Government of India, teaching for courses MCA and guiding PhD scholars. His areas of interest are digital image processing, computer vision, medical image analysis, document image analysis, biometrics, robotics, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, so on. He has guided 10 PhD, 16 MPhil research scholars and guiding 4 PhDs, 2 theses submitted. In International Journal 76, in International Conference Proceedings 57, in National Conference Proceedings 7, in edited books 5, in book chapters 34, article, paper, chapter have been published so far. From 2009 to 2012, he has done UGC major research project on a study on analysis of diseases in medical images. He has organized more than 10 events like international conferences and seminar and workshops, and around 50 he has delivered special lectures on various topics like bioinformatics and information technology, etc. He is a senior member in IEEE, Associate Editorial Board, Current Medical Imaging, International Association of Engineers, International Association of Computer Science, Information Technology. He is also chairman in BOS in Computer Science, Central University of Karnataka 2020 onwards. Member in Academic Council, Central University of Karnataka 2020 onwards. Member of Court of Central University of Karnataka 2020 onwards. Chairman BOS in Computer Science, Solapur, University Solapur 2014 to 2020. Member Board of Examination of Gulbarga University, Kalburgi, Karnataka University, Dharwad, Karnataka State Women University, Vijayapura, Mysore University, Mysore, Goa University, Goa, Vijayanagara, Sri Krishna Deva Raya University, Ballari, Kuyempu University, Shumogga, PC Jabin College, Hubli, Bangalore University, Bangalore. He has collaborated with other universities in research field such as Mumbai University, USA, Pune, Bangalore, Australia. He is also advisor of Mrs. Devilan Technology Private Limited, Mumbai. He visited out of countries and abroad for the purpose of academic activities like Hong Kong, presented the research papers in international conferences, Sydney, Australia, Florida, USA, Dhaka, Bangladesh, Malta, Europe. He was awarded as biographical profile has been included and published in Marcus Who's Who in the World 2015 edition. His ongoing projects are on Vishwesvaraya PhD Fellowship. With this, I conclude my brief introduction of Dr. Ravindra S. H. I wish him on behalf of LVD College Raichur to do more activities and spread the knowledge all over the world. On behalf of Samasthe and college, I once again welcome Dr. Ravindra S. H. as inaugurator of the FDP. I thank you for giving me an opportunity to give brief introduction about sirs. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I would like to take the opportunity to request today's keynote speaker, Dr. Raghavendra S.H. Sir, Dean, School of Computer Science, Assistant Professor and Head of Computer Science, Central University of Karnataka, Kalburgi, in today's program.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಾಡು.
Sir, it's not audible, sir.
I hope now I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, all the people who have given me a nice introduction. First of all, I would like to thank the principal of the LVD College for inviting me, considering me as a right person for this keynote speech. I would also like to thank the management of LVD College, and I'm thankful to the committee members for inviting me, and my colleagues are also there. My research scholars are there. One of them is a speaker over there, Dr. Basav Prasad and Ravi. And good morning to everyone, all the participants. How much time I have? If host can provide me the timing so that I can maintain the right time. Around 40 minutes.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to know kind of the participants, whether all of them are research scholars or there are graduate students also, and there are teachers also. I would like to know from the participants what kind of crowd is there in this entire workshop. Then accordingly, I can just be able to talk.
Graduate and student teachers.
There are undergraduate students also, BSc, BCA students are also there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then I think some research scholars are there, and then the teachers are there. Okay, so I will not touch more on the research component. Why? Because there are undergraduate students. The research, if I start talking about the research and all, then they will not be able to, the other crowd will not be able to understand. So let us go with the theme of the today's this workshop, 3 days workshop. So you all know that the college has chosen as Google tools. That is the theme of this workshop. So we all know, let us go back to few years. Okay, so when I will just talk about maybe 15 years, 20 years back, and then because we have that many years experience in working with the computers. So when we were doing the graduation, at that time, computer was just introduced, and we used to see computers. In fact, there were no computers in Gulbarga. Maybe there may be some computers in any government office like DC office and all. But as such, we didn't had a wide use of computers at that time. And when we were doing the MCA, when I joined for MCA in 1991, at that time, we used to find some old types of computers. At that time, they used to call it as a CP barem, something like that. So even we didn't had DOS operating system at that time, somewhere in 1990s, before 1990s. Maybe the DOS was there in America. It might have been there in Indian Institute of Science and all, maybe in bigger institutions. So then we can see the era of disk operating system, DOS operating system. Nowadays, even many of the students don't know what is the DOS operating system. So we operated on this maybe 4 to 5 years extensively using the DOS operating system. At that time, we got many programming languages also introduced. Then we used to do everything in the text character mode. There was no graphics mode. And if you want to bring to the graphics mode, then we have to write the codes. We have to execute the graphics mode coding. And then we used to see some graphics, and that too, they used to work on pixel basis. And then came the Windows. So we got initially Windows, I think 95. And then before that, Windows 3.1 something, some versions, some previous versions were there. And then 95, 98, 2000, all that, we got series of Windows. Now we have latest Windows 10 something professional. So many varieties of Windows we have. So you can see there is a era which was totally dominated. This era was totally dominated by Microsoft. So as we know, Microsoft, it has a range of products which are a paid one. Okay, they are not free to use. So we can find there are basically three types of software we can find. Before moving on to the next era, what I would like to discuss. Before that, I would like to focus on what type of software we have. We can find three types of software. One is proprietary software, which is totally paid one. Okay, you have to pay if you want to use, and that too you can outrightly purchase, or you can gain the license for annual use. Okay, perpetual license, then outright purchase. There are two varieties under that. But ultimately, if you want to use that software, you have to pay and use. So examples of such software, we have the Microsoft products such as Windows, and then we have Word, Excel, that is what we call it as MS Office. And likewise, we have many other software, like it may be Oracle, it may be all these kind of software, or if you are willing to use for some business and all, then we have Tally. Likewise, many software are there. So these are paid software. Again, under this we can find two classifications. One is the general category software, another one is customized software. Okay, let us talk about general category software. General types of software, you purchase Windows and load anywhere, it will look same. Okay, it will not be different. But when we go for a commercialized software, when we go for a customized software, then what happens, whatever the software I purchase for my institution, suppose I want to make my institution automation, then I will purchase one software. Some other college, some other university will purchase some other software, and they will take those modules which are customized to them as per their requirement. Okay, so this again we can find customized software as well as the general software that can be used by anyone. So here one category of software what we have found is those which are paid and they are proprietary software that is owned by a particular company or a particular individual. So Microsoft products, all Microsoft products are owned by a company known as Microsoft, and they are all, most of them, okay, most of them are paid version, except now because the free software trend is going on, because of that they are also coming little bit in the free line, but still their premier products, all of them, they have made it as a paid. Now let us come to the second category where the products are perpetual, that is they are owned by the companies, okay, proprietary products, but some of them are offered free. Like for example, initially, see, if we look back very long back around 1990s and all, so 1995 when I was working in a company, if I want to use a email, okay, if I want to use a email, I has to pay and use the email. Okay, so nowadays it looks very funny for current generation that we have paid and used email. In fact, I didn't have at that time any email address. I was working in a very small company with a maybe team of around 30 to 35 members in the software in Bangalore. And our company, first time they purchased internet through BSNL. Okay. And that company with the internet, they offered 2 email addresses. Okay. 2 email addresses. It is beyond our imagination that at that time, such a big company got only 2 email addresses, and they offered these 2 email addresses, and these 2 email addresses were operated on payment basis. That means every month you have to pay for using these email addresses. Then you found a revolution, okay, and at that time Google entered into the market. They came out with the concept of providing so many products free of cost, particularly for the end users. Okay, they attracted the end users. They thought if we capture the end users, then we can sell our product in the corporate sector. Okay, so suppose for example, as an individual, if you want to use any Google product, you can see any Google product as an individual, it is available free of cost. You are using Android operating system. If you want to use same Microsoft operating system, you have to pay. If you want to use Apple operating system, then you have to use Apple on the Apple devices only, and then that too they will give you as an integrated cost. They will cost you for the software as well as hardware. They will one time they will collect the money, okay, and then again if you want to use any software, then there are a lot of restrictions in the Apple. Then likewise we have different operating system in mobile system also, but nowadays you can see the Android operating system is becoming more and more popular, and this Android operating system is provided by the Google. Okay, and they are providing it at free of cost. So the mobile manufacturer need not pay anything to Google. They can just take the Android operating system and they can even customize it. They have made it as a some kind of, in fact, it is not open source. I will come to the third category, that is open source. In fact, it is not open source, but it is a proprietary software, but it is available free of cost. Okay, so if you want to use the Android operating system, in fact, you are not paying to the mobile company any amount. Okay, the mobile company, you need not pay any amount to the mobile company for the software component. You have to only pay to the mobile company for the hardware part only. So even though Google came very late in this segment, but it has come with a very strong footprint. Okay, very strong footprint. But what happened in the desktop PC and in the desktop as well as laptop segment, already Microsoft captured most of the market. And you know the trend of the companies. Okay, what they will do, first they will give you taste. Okay, they will ask you, okay, you taste this, and once you taste it, you will feel addicted to that product. You will feel something like addicted. Okay, and then nowadays we are all addicted. So there is such a big resistance. If I tell my institution that you just don't use the Microsoft products, start using the open source, then we will get a tsunami of resistance. People will start blaming us. They will start scolding us. They will do so many allegations. This I have faced. Why? Because I have a few years back, the Microsoft terrorized us. We can say terrorized. Okay, I will tell you that story. Why I started moving towards the open source. Microsoft literally terrorized. I was working in Solapur University, and at that time they used to call us. They used to search from. Okay, so am I audible? Okay, so they used to search from university website and the names of key persons, and they used to call, and then they used to terrorize. You are using these many Windows illegal software, these many MS Office illegally, and you have to pay this much penalty, that and the, otherwise if you are put in jail, that these so many terms they used to put. At that time I proposed my university, why don't we use open source software? In fact, now even here also I am proposing to use the Linux operating system, and of course I personally I am using the LibreOffice. From last 3 to 4 years I am using LibreOffice, because I felt that terrorism by Microsoft. Every time they used to call and they terrorize, and they used to say that if you continue using our product, they don't say continue using our product. They used to say you have used this product from so many years, we will put you in jail, that this. So then I made up my mind. Okay, next time when they called, I said, you don't have any right to speak to us in this way. Nowadays many people call us, we provide training on .NET, and I have removed entire this proprietary software from syllabus. Students will only learn open source software, only learn those products which are free of cost. Okay, we all know we are from a country which cannot afford paying such a huge amount. Even as a personal, I cannot afford paying to the Microsoft, which is already rich. Okay, doing more richer is no meaning. Okay, so for that reason I started the campaign to use open source software. So as a part of it, we can find many of the Google products are now available free of cost. So one such product what we have, is the Android what we are using. So it is totally free of cost. Apart from that, nowadays we can find many of the products it is offering. It's a stream of products. We have Google Forms, Google Sheets, Google Document, then we have the Google Classroom, wonderful tool. I am using this from 7 to 8 years. Okay, wonderful tool. It has, I mean, easy to use and simple and free of cost. Of course, we have now switched over to Moodle, which is also free of cost. Okay, free product. We are now using Moodle, which is a very robust LMS. We are using it for our department as well as our campus. We are using it. That is also free of cost. So understanding Google products is very important in present scenario. So I will just briefly go to the third category of products, and then we will come back to knowing more about the Google products. So the third category of products what we have is open source. Okay. So in the open source, difference between the open source and the proprietary proprietary products, the owned products, is that the open source are not owned by anyone. Okay, there is no owner in fact. Okay, so whoever I mean, it is open to contribution. Anybody can just develop a module and contribute to this open source software. So one example I will give you, open source software, like I told you, Moodle is a open source software. Then we have LaTeX. Okay, LaTeX, what we call, that is also open source. Likewise, we have so many products which are in fact open source. So the beauty of open source is you need not ask anybody, you need not sign any license. Okay, you can simply download it and you can start using it, and nobody will question. And LibreOffice, the biggest product is LibreOffice. This is also open source product. So you need not take anybody's license, you need not ask anybody, you need not pay anybody. Simply download it and start using it. So this we call it as open source software. Then who is the owner? See, generally even you can also become a contributor for this. There is no owner concept in open source software. So anybody who are interested in this group, they will be contributing to these products. Okay, and there will be group of people. There will be plenty of people who will form this forum. Okay, a group, and whoever finds any difficulty, they are outrightly ready to help them. Okay, so this we call it as open source software. So nowadays I am totally advocating the campaigning for open source software as well as open source products and free to use products. So now let us come back to the main discussion of the theme of this workshop, that is Google products. So as I was telling, since we are in the teaching learning, the very good product among the Google is what I have found is the Google Classroom. So in fact, I conduct workshop on Google Classroom also, but since I have been provided with the discussion on the general theme, keynote speech, I would like to just focus on few of the products. Nowadays, even I was seeing some Google Classroom is also doing a lot of research and innovation. It is putting so many products, it is integrating so many products into the Google Classroom. You can see in the Google Classroom, they have integrated the Jamboard. They have, which is a board kind of thing where you can use the board as we write on the blackboard. We can use the board and we can be able to write. So for that, you need to have a slate. Okay, I will just show you. We have already purchased these products. So we have to have this kind of writing pad. Okay, and they will provide a pen. Okay, this is an electronic pen. This won't actually have the ink. Okay, so when we write like this, what happens? We have to connect this to our PC, and whatever we write, that will be visible in the Jamboard. So I have just recently used this Jamboard. It is wonderful. It is wonderful product, and its quality of writing is very nice. Okay, very excellent. So those teachers who are there in this forum can definitely use this. So they have integrated this product with the Google Classroom, and they have integrated they have integrated many products. They have integrated the forms. They have integrated all the documents. So if you want to conduct the exams, if you want to conduct the tests and all, you can use these forms for conducting tests. Okay, MCQ, particularly MCQ kind of test, it is very useful, and they have integrated even the Google Meet with the Google Classroom. So these are they are offering free of cost. Of course, now they have made it mandatory for if you want to use some of the premium products like recording and all, they have made it. They have put it into the enterprise version. That is, you have to purchase that. Okay, Google Suite you have to purchase. If you have Google Suite, then you can even do. You can not only do recording. There are many other features that you are going to get, such as institutional email ID. So now we have cuk.ac.in. This is my institutional email ID. So such kind of facilities will be made available if you are going for Google Suite product. So for it's a paid version, because see, everything if they offer at free of cost, how they can run the company, that is also a concern. But minimum things we are getting at free of cost. So there are many products. We have Google Form. Okay, so if you design Google Form, it's a very wonderful product. That there are also many researchers are happening, and they are also coming with new designs. So if you want to develop a smaller products, if you want to develop some small kind of software and all, then you need not develop it. You can go, there are many readily available products in the Google. Okay, you can just explore those, and what you can do, you can check whether same thing is achievable or not in the Google. Okay, so like Google Form, if you want to design a small form to collect some information, then instead of developing a software, you can use the Google Form itself. You can use Google Form, and then you can launch it. You can collect the data from the users, whoever you want to collect from whomsoever, and there are many options in that. Many options are there. You can collect in whatever fashion you would like to. And then we have a very important product, that is YouTube, which is being used by many across the world. I don't find anyone who don't use YouTube, or whoever use the mobile or computer device. So this is a very featureful product. And in YouTube, you can watch movies. You can use it for entertainment purpose. You can use it for education purpose, or whatever reason. Okay, it's basically if you want to use any video, if you want to watch any video and all, you can use YouTube. And then we have Map, Google Map. So this is nowadays people are using Google Map for almost all purpose. Whenever I'm moving from one place to another place, now we need not ask to anybody where is the location, all those things. Even location sharing features are also available nowadays. So likewise, we have many products. Google Drive provides you 15 GB whenever you create one email address. It provides you 15 GB of space. Okay, you can use those for storing of most of your documents, information and all. Then we have Google Calendar. So Google Calendar also has come up with many features. So whenever we are conducting such a event, we can launch a event in the Google Calendar, and that calendar sends a message, and it accepts yes or no kind of information. It will accept from the user, and the user can be able to provide his feedback, his or her feedback. So based on the feedback, we will be able to understand how many people are going to participate in the meeting and how many people are not going to participate. Nowadays, I'm finding so many products. Then we have Google Slide, which is almost equivalent to the PowerPoint presentation, what you are going to use. Then we have Google Earth, which is a very advanced product, which generates the three-dimensional view of the Earth surface and all. Then we have Art and Culture. Then Google Podcast. Okay, Google Contacts. So all your contacts you can keep in the Google. Then we have the Google Blogger. You can develop your own blogs. Okay, and then you can put your content and all. Even in fact, I even used to use the Google Sites. Earlier there was Google Sites. Now it is not there. I think the Google Blogs has been replaced by Google Sites. There you can create your own website, and you can be able to put whatever the information you would like to put into the Google this Google site. In fact, we call it as a blog. Then we have Google Books. So the PDF files can be converted into books. That will be particularly helpful in reading when whoever is interested to read the books during the travel and all. If you have a tablet device, something like handheld device, then it will be very easy to just move the pages and read the books. So Google Book feature is another feature that is available in the Google. Then we have Google photos. There you can store plenty of photos, whatever you have. Then you have Google News. Okay, so likewise, Google provides so many products which are available to you at free of cost. Only thing is you need to have Google account. So likewise, this is all about what I would like to provide the information. But Google is continuously working on many other products. Particularly, they want to develop the operating system. In fact, they tried a lot in the previous eras. If you go back to a few years back, they tried a lot to come out with an alternative to Windows as well as the Mac operating system. Of course, Linux is a open source software. Anybody can load it and use it without paying anybody. So, of course, they can't give an alternative to Linux and all because it is already free of cost. But of course, for Windows, they are trying to come out with an operating system. Most probably in coming days, hopefully, Google will come out with a open source operating system which will be definitely more robust than the Windows. Okay, and definitely Google will take up the monopoly of Windows. So my advice to all the participants is you always advocate for open source software. See, I have seen many of my colleagues using MS Office, particularly MS Office, which is a cracked version. Okay, so what these companies will do, I will tell you. Okay, first they will give you taste of the product, and then they will allow you to use. Okay, and then they will start threatening you. Okay, so this is the strategy that these companies are doing. Those who sell the proprietary products, those who sell the products owned by them, licensed by them, okay, they use this strategy. But people even we have a mindset that I am using this. If I change my product, I will find it difficulty. Okay, so many things we will think. But you believe it or not, if you start using it, then within few days, within few months, you will become acquainted to that product. Once you start using those products, you will become acquainted to those products, and later you yourself will feel that whatever the product that you are using, you will be very happy. See, ultimately, happiness, satisfaction is very, very important. Okay, so if you are using if anybody is using a unlicensed product, something like MS Office, you may not be knowing the repercussion. Whatever you say, but I call you as a thief. Why? Because you are using a product which is you are not authorized to use. You are using the product. You may be thinking that nobody is knowing that. You may be thinking that that is the common trend. Okay, you may be thinking that the X person is using, I also using. Y person is using, I am also using. But I call that as a theft. Okay, whatever people say, whatever people believe, I call that as a theft. So if you want to have a peaceful mind, then you go for open source. There are alternative available free of cost. See, if there is no free of cost products, well, then we can, even if people are we are using it by theft and all, fine. But when there are alternatives available to us, when we have free open source products such as LibreOffice, okay, I am using LibreOffice. I am very happy with that. It has equivalent to MS Word. It has equivalent product to MS Excel. It has equivalent product to MS Access. Okay, we have equivalent product to PowerPoint also. Okay, all these products are available in the LibreOffice, and I'm happily using it. Now, if somebody come and tell, okay, you start using MS Office, then I say simply, I will not be able to easily work on that. Okay, I will not be able to easily work on that. And many people say, if you write a document in LibreOffice, that will not work in the MS Office. No, that is not the concept. You can store, you can prepare the document, you can store in the MS Excel format only, and you can transmit it. Those who are using licensed version, they can open it. Okay, they are all totally portable. Okay, they are compatible, portable as well, but they are free of cost. So when you are using a product without fear, okay, without any fear, then you will be very happy. Now you got that fear factor that many of us may not be knowing that using a unlicensed software is something like using a software with a theft. Okay, so now all of you are now became aware. Okay, so if you are using any such product in your institution, I have banned all MS Office products in my lab, in my premise. I told all the faculty members, if anybody is using those products, it is on their own risk and responsibility. Okay, so if anything happens, they will be responsible. I have removed all the MS Office products from my lab. So when we go for a next procurement of the systems, I will also remove Windows. Okay, we have removed all operating system related to Windows, everything from the syllabus. No .NET, no Windows operating system. Okay, no any other paid products. We are using Python. No MATLAB. Okay, we are using Python. We are using Linux operating system. I have instructed our teachers to teach operating system with the Linux as the case study. So we have to adopt because this is the need of the hour. Okay, we should not support the lobby by the paid software. Okay, we should not burst to them because they will first burst to us, then they will start threatening us. So with these messages, in fact, if I would have taken any one specific product as the today's talk, I would have talked more on that. Since I'm just wanted to give a general talk, so I thought this will be the best opportunity for me to tell more about the open source software and bring some awareness about the open source software. So in fact, the people mindset is changing. Even government organizations are also insisting on use of open source software. So let us hope in coming days we will get a big boost for this. Why? Because if we support the open source software, it will be a kind of motivation for the developers also, those who are contributing at the free of cost. Okay, so at the free of cost, many people are contributing to these products, so they will get a boost. Okay, if we give as a charity to them some amount, we will have a happiness. But we cannot give a charity to Microsoft, which is so rich, richest company in the world. So with these words, hope my words have given some motivation to some of you. Okay, I hope some of you will start downloading the LibreOffice. At least may not be the Linux operating system, at least LibreOffice you will start using, and in coming days you will motivate to some 10 other students or 10 other friends, colleagues, and you will impress upon them, and you will make them to use these open source software. So if you people have any questions, I am ready to accept any questions. So if anybody have a question, they can type also. I will just look at the chat and I will be able to answer. Yes, definitely. Okay, so there is one user. I appreciate the user is using LibreOffice for their work. Wonderful. You please propagate your messages to others. Rikita. Okay, Rikita. Thank you, Rikita. So you propagate your message and let the others to use. Sir, why these Python, Libre, and other software are open source? Yes. See, these open source concept started with the development of the product, that is operating system, what we know it as a Linux. So I will just put a little bit glance on that. See, Linux is being developed by a African person. You know, Africa is very poor country, and generally in the other country there is a consciousness. Only Indians and Chinese and neighboring countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, these countries don't have a consciousness that if we use a unlicensed software, okay, if we use a unlicensed software, it is a crime basically. So we don't have that kind of consciousness we use as though it is our own property. Okay, but actually it is a crime. But if you go to some other countries, they will say, if you say, okay, so this product is a license, and if you want to use it, you have to pay. Then they will not touch it unless they pay and take it. They will not touch it. So that was the trend in African country. And you know, Africa is a poor country, and some group of people started thinking on, we have to provide an alternative product which should be used by any poor person. Okay, not only any poor person, which can be used by any unaffordable person. So then he started working on the Linux operating system, and then he made it available free of cost. Then many people joined that group, they contributed to this, and they designed a very robust operating system, and then they have come out with these products. And this is the start of the open source software. Then many people started thinking on, whenever a new product started coming, they these group of people who were working on the open source, they came out with the alternative free. Okay, if one product is coming with certain cost, there will be another product which is coming free of cost, and they used to see the feature available in this operating system, in this product, in the paid product, and they used to develop similar features in the unlicensed, in the open source software. So likewise, we got all these products, and then nowadays we can see for every paid software there is a alternative free open source software. Okay, so you only the need of our is, you have to look which is the open source software available, which is the alternative open source software available, and you can take and use that software. Okay, you need not worry about that. So it may have a little bit lesser features, okay, but ultimately it will provide the basic requirement. Okay, so you may find little bit difficulty, I understand, because these group of people are not earning. Okay, they are earning only on donations. If I pay a donation, that goes to him or her who is there in the as a team member in development of these products, but they are giving us free of cost. But Microsoft, it is earning like in billions. They develop one product and they sell to crores of people, and they earn huge amount. Okay, so that's why we have to support the open source. If we pay, then we have to pay them. Okay, so it goes for a right cause. If you pay to a Microsoft, then we are making a rich person more rich. Okay, we are not that rich. Why we should make a rich person more rich? So definitely we have to support that. So see, there is one question: which is the best GUI open source software in the Indian market? See, this is the open source software are not there in any market. They are not in any Indian market, because market means only sellable products. So whatever the open source software are there, they will be available across the world to everyone. Okay, even you are having equal right to use it. I have equal right to use it. A poor has equal right to use it. A billionaire has equal right to use it. Okay, open source software, everyone has equal right. Okay, there is nothing like a rich person can use some products. Of course, among them also there are certain products which are premium, like servers and all, which are customized and designed customized. There you need to pay, but the minimum open source software that are available, they are all free. So the best operating system is the Linux, and the best office product is the LibreOffice. Then we have another office products. I have used Libre and one more Open Office, something Open Office, I think. So Open Office is having certain. I have compared both. LibreOffice is good. Okay, you can use any one of them, no issue. But LibreOffice is quite good. Other than that, for programming and all, Python is very good. Even Python has beaten so many other products nowadays. Python, particularly those who are working in image processing, machine learning, deep learning, okay, computer vision, biometrics, okay, all these research, those who are doing even big data, all these research who are doing these researches, Python is a wonderful product. It has beaten the MATLAB also. MATLAB is a paid software, and basically MATLAB runs very slow. Python is wonderful. It is very fast, and it is very good product. Those who are using for the programming, they can use those. Okay, so why Indian do not own the open source software? Open source software, it is neither developed, of course, there is a start, some people started developing it, but I believe that there are many Indian contributors in this open source. See, as I told you, open source, it is not owned by any individual. So if a African person developed it, it doesn't mean that he owns the software. It is owned by everyone. Even I am the owner of that software. Okay, so if I want to contribute to it, if I want to add a feature to it, I can just add it. Okay, I can develop a module, I can add it. Okay, and then they will test whether my module is useful, and if it is useful, then they can patch it with the software. Okay, so it is neither owned by any particular country person, okay, nor owned by any individual. It is owned by everyone. Okay, whoever contributes, they will be the contributor of this product. So maybe many of the Indians must have contributed to in this product. Definitely, I believe many of the Indians must have contributed in the development of the LibreOffice. Okay, what about? Okay, not BOSS, it is FOSS, free open source software. That is what I was talking about. FOSS, not BOSS. The free open source software. So they call it as a FOSS. There is a forum, there is a kind of a group of people. They call it as a FOSS users, free open source. Okay, I think there are, I have taken up many of the questions. Bharat operating system solution. Okay, so many of the questions I have taken up. Now, if there are no questions, then host can continue.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational words and shedding light on various concepts of computers and technology. Now, I would like to request Dr. Padmavati, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to introduce today's resource person.
Good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. Padmavati, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Lakshmi Venkatesh Desai College, Raichur. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Niranjan Murthy sir, resource person of our 3-day FDP organized by Department of Computer Science, Lakshmi Venkatesh Desai College, Raichur, on topic Google Documents. Dr. Niranjan Murthy sir, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bengaluru. Educational qualification, sir has completed BCA in 2004 from Kuyempu University with University 5th rank. MCA in Computer Science 2007 from VTU University, Belgaum. MPhil in Computer Science in 2009 and PhD in Computer Science in 2016. Sir has 11 years of teaching experience and 2 years of industry experience as a software engineer. His areas of interest are data science, ML, e-commerce, m-commerce related to industrial internal tool enhancement, software testing, software engineering, web services, web technology, cloud computing, big data analytics, and networking. Sir has published 4 books in Scholars Press Germany. Sir has published 60 papers in various national, international conferences, international journals, filled 15 patents in that 3 granted. Currently, sir is guiding 4 PhD research scholars in the area of data science, ML, and networking. Sir is working as a reviewer in 22 international journals. Sir has got Best Research Reviewer Award for 2 times and also Young Researcher Award in Computer Science Engineering 2018. Sir has worked as national international PhD examiner. He was conducted various national level workshops and delivered lecture. Sir has conducted national and international conferences. Sir has associated with various professional bodies, IEEE member, life membership of International Association of Engineer, membership of Computer Science Teacher Association. Sir has series editor Taylor Francis, USA, Valley SP, USA, Noah Publisher, USA. On behalf of Lakshmi Venkatesh Desai College, I wish Dr. Niranjan Sir M to introduce more academic activities in coming days. Sir, once again welcome sir to this FDP program as a resource person. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. I also thank to Lakshmi Venkateshwar Desai College, Raichur, for giving me an opportunity to deliver a talk related to ICT learning and Google. Okay, so madam, timings is 1 hour or 30 minutes, 40 minutes, so that I can accommodate.
So you can take your own time, sir.
Okay, I will not take that much time. Anyway, sir explained completely. Resource person, like what is exactly open source, why we are looking open source. If you are using open source is a kind of a crime, and why we are using. So before that, using any of the products, so we are having two types of things. One is beta testing and alpha testing. So if you see that any of the versions of browsers, initially it is called as beta. So anything is there if you wanted to add functions. So that time they will find out anything, new things are there, and any mistakes are there, failures are there. So they can incorporate in that existing one. So in my talk, majority we discuss like ICT learning, and the next thing is Google products. Then after that we'll move to hands-on sessions, right? Tomorrow and day after tomorrow we are having hands-on sessions. Today you are learning or spending a 30 minutes of time or 1 hour time. My agenda is I should learn something, at least one point I should learn, right? This is my agenda. Today we are going to Google. Sir, Google, everyone knows, right? Everyone knows Google. We are using a smartphone. Like, can I ask one small question? Anyway, ask yourself, how many colors are there in a Google logo? How many colors are there in Google logo? You ask yourself. I don't want to ask question, just you recall. Will you remember this? How many colors are there in the Google logo? Okay, that is a one question. Don't answer me. Just recall. You can come to know that every day we can see that Google we are using. Another question is, assume that our entire world we are depending on Google, correct? Entire world, almost 99%. So we are having a Gmail account. So if you are having a mail account, we're not telling that mail account, we are telling that Gmail account, right? For sending mails, right? Majority we are following Google. So this is a very good workshop they conducted, Google. One other question is, you ask yourself, how many Google products you know? How many Google products you know? Google Gmail account is there, and Google Slides, Google Meet. How many Google products you know? You ask yourself. Third question, assume that all the information, the 99% of the people or 90% of the people, they are using Google. Assume that something happened in the database. Something happened in the database and the server. What next? Majority people dependent on Google only. Automatically it will log in. So what will happen next? In what kind of technology that time they will use? Right? There are so many questions, and then we'll go starting listening some of the theoretical part. What is ICT learning? After that, Google products. Then what I want exactly, right? That's the thing we'll discuss. Okay, now, in a short way, I'll tell you that what is ICT learning. This is a overall workshop depending on ICT learning. So information and communication technology, that is ICT in education, is the mode of education that use information and communication technology to support, enhance, and optimize the delivery of information. The entire worldwide research has shown that ICT can lead to an improved student learning and better teaching methods. A report made by National Institute of Multimedia Education in Japan, National Institute of Multimedia Education in Japan, proved that an increase in the use of ICT in education with integrating technology to the curriculum has a significant and positive impact on student achievements. The results specifically showed that the student who are continuously exposed to technology through education has better knowledge, presentation skills, innovative capabilities, and are ready to take more efforts into learning as compared to other interparts. Okay, the new trend is always like any technology is there, we want tools, right? For example, previous are told you use the Linux operating system. Majority we are following. One is Linux, another one is Windows operating system, right? In Linux, sir, I'm a degree student. So I'm a degree student. I wanted to. I'm having only Unix commands in my academics now. Is it possible to install the complete Linux operating system in my system? Anyway, we are depending on Windows because the navigation is very simple and easy. So is it possible to make a like separate partition and we install Linux operating system? Then you can use that, switch out to Windows if you want Windows, Linux you want Linux. No, I don't want. I wanted to run only Windows. So now, I wanted to run only Unix command. One thing is you go to online and you can see that online Unix running commands, the tutorial point, these are things are there, you can run. That is one way. Another way is some of the tools are available. It will take hardly 1 point something MB. Tool name is Syswin. You can download, especially computer related students, Syswin, Cygwin. Cygwin. This is the one 1 MB of I'm going to paste here in chat box. 1 minute. Okay. Yes, Cygwin. So Syswin is a name, so that you can download. It will take hardly 1.44 MB. So install. Open source. There are so many tools are there. If you wanted to install another website, that is filehipo.com, FILEHIPPO.com. First one is my suggestion. If you wanted to run Unix commands in your system, cygwin.com, that is a Syswin. It's a completely open source. You can download and you can run Unix commands. That is the one operating system. That is commands you can run. Second one is if you're having a new system, you wanted to download so many free softwares. That is a FileHippo, FILEHIPPO.com. Filehipo.com, you can download so many open source antivirus, what kind of thing you want for your system. So you can download it. So now next we are moving to Google, right? So one simple question: what is Google? Right? Simple question: what is Google? 1 minute. Network problem with that. So Google is an American multinational technology company that specifies in internet-related services and products, which include online advertising technologies, search engine, cloud computing, software, and hardware. Right? This is exactly Google. So next is next question automatically. What is the purpose of Google? So it's a one search engine. So it is offered by two web servers as opposed to the data, the images. There are so many products they provided. We can use it. So who is the real owner of Google? In 1998 by Larry Page and Sergey Brin. They are the owner. Okay, from California. Right now, how many people they are using Google means that is almost 2 billion people they are using. Right, 77% worldwide they are using Google. This is one of the survey done by one company. So in that majority they provided a free of open source. Now second question I asked initially, there are how many tools are there in Google, right? If you go to, sir, Google means the majority we are using Google search. Now related to tools, you ask yourself how many tools are there in Google. I'm having some of the list. That is a Google search. That is one is Google search and Google alert. and Google Arts and Culture, Google Assets, Google Bookmarks, Google Book, Google Dataset Search, Google Finance, Google Flights, Google Images, Google News, Google Patents. This is one of the things. How many patents are there? We can search it. Google Patents and Google Scholar. So if you want to publish any of the papers, how many papers you published, you can see here. And the citation also we can easily analyze. Google Scholar and Google Shopping and YouTube. Next, these are the things search. Another thing we are going to advertisement related Google, that is Google Ads and Ad Mode, Google AdSense, Google Ad Manager, Google Tag Manager. These are comes under Google services, right? Advertising services. Next, communication and publishing tools. Communication and publishing tools related to Google, that is a blogger in the sense like site.google.com. So directly it will go to sites. If you wanted to create your own site websites, it is completely free. You can go to sites.google.com or you can search blogger.com. Normally we are using sites.google.com only. Then a feed burner, then Gmail is there. That is the main thing everyone using. And main constraint is if you want to use these kind of products, you are having a Google account. That is completely free. It's provided 50 GB, 1515 GB, 15. Then Google Calendar, Google Account, Google Currents, Google Chart, Google Charts, and Google Classroom is there, Google Docs Editor, and in that Google Docs is there, Google Sheet, Google Slides, Google Form. These are the 4 things. So in the tomorrow class, we need to discuss regarding this under Google Doc editors. One is Google Docs, Google Sheet, that is Excel sheet, and Google Slide, that is a PPT, and Google Forms. Okay, next, Google Domains, Google Drive, then Google Fonts, Google Groups, Google Keep, Google Meet, and Google Sites, Google Translate, Google Voice. These are the things, communication and publishing tools. Next one is map related products. Map related products, that is Google Map, Google My Maps, Google Mars, Google Moon, Google Sky, Google Santa Tracker, and Smarty Pins. Some of the new things, most probably you're not aware of this. Google Santa Tracker, Google Pins, and statistical tools. The statistical tools from Google are Google Analytics, Google Surveys, Firebase, and Google Ngram Weaver, Google Public Data Explorer, TensorFlow, Google Trends. And if you go to business oriented products are Google Workspace, Google Checkout, Google My Business, Google Pay. These are things that is a business related products. You are most probably you are aware of Google Pay. Next, developer tools. Developer tools from Google, that is accelerated mobile pages, Google App Engine, Google Developers, Dart, Flutter, Go, Open Social, Google Page Speed Tools, Google Web Toolkit, Google Search Console, then Gerrit, Google Test, Basil, and Flat Buffers, Protocol Buffers, and American Fuzzy Loop, Google Gua, Google Closure Tools. There are so many 70 plus tools are available open source. If you go to security tools, means that is the reCAPTCHA is there. Then operating system, that is Android Linux, the Google, that is Chrome OS, Glass OS. These are the operating system. The few more under running, they are going to implement, that is Google Pigweed. Next, if you want to desktop application from Google, that is AdWord editors, Drive file stream, Google Chrome, Google Earth, Google Input Tools, Google Japanese Input, Google Pin-in, Google Toolbar, Android Studio, Google Web Designer, Backup and Synchronization, Nikki Collection, Fleet Brush. These are comes under desktop applications. Okay. Next, if you go to like hardware related, the product families, Google Pixel, Google Nest, Google Glass, Stadia controller. If you go to models, the Nexus 1, Nexus S. So these are the various kinds of Google products are there. If you come under services, Google Cloud Platform, Google Crisis Response. So like this, there are so many things are there, like Google Cache, Google Firebase, Google Ideas, Google Public DNS, Google Fiber. So if I can read, I can if I tell there are so many things are there. So majority in our workshop will focus on only few things. What exactly I want now. So the thing is, first is for in our academics, I want Google Form now. I can use it, so it will be useful. Then second thing is Google Drive. In that, Google Docs, Google Sheet, and the next time if I wanted to conduct any of the workshop, if any of the workshop, any of the webinar, consider this a webinar only. So I wanted to give to certificate to all the participants. So automatically I can generate certificates, I can distribute. How to do that? If you want, I will show that demo, how to parallelly you can also do that, how to make a automatical generation of certificate. So if you attended any of the test, automatically it will generate and it will go to your mail ID. So these are the things that is also very simple. And if you want to do majority of NBA nowadays marketing people, they are doing PhD in the base of a survey. How they are collecting the survey? So once again, they are using a Google Form, Google Sheet. So they are giving a, links and questions based on the survey. They will collect and they will analyze and they will show that. Okay. So if I telling like this continuously, maybe you will feel boring. Hmm? This is completely ICT tools. The thing is, you people should learn one or two things from this session, so that you can recall, you will use in a daily life. Excel sheet is there, and doc and form, and then automatic generation of certificates. Then in the previously in October, March and April, majority lockdown situation, we people depending on this tool Zoom. Now if you see that people the moving towards Google Meet, right? Google Meet, they also comes to Google, one of the product. They also provided very feasible solution and more effective also, recording facility, all the facility they are providing daily. They are giving a more number of products. So in the 2009, Morse, one of the scientists, they told, so what is happening in the world? Every 18 months once, every in the 10, 12 years back, he proposed one law, that is a Morse law. In that Morse law, he explained clearly, so in the generation, every 18 months once, speed is increasing, storage capacity is increasing, right? Network speed is increasing, like that. It represents one law, that is Morse law, every 18 months. Now, as per Morse, is it true? In once upon a time, we were using, in the first speaker, they told at the time, once upon a time, we were using floppy, some other technology we were using. Now, how many technologies are there? And sir explained like Python. Now, we started with the C, then C++, COBOL in between we studied, and the Java. Now, the people, they are moving from Java to Python. So, assume that maybe this is the number one programming language, if I feel like currently. Parallelly, one more programming language is coming to industry, that is it is a competitor of Python, that is Julia is there. Almost kind of Python, the C++, Java, Python. Next, where we will go? So it's not like as per the most, like not 18 months once. As per my analysis, every 3 months once storage capacity is increasing. And 10 years back, we were using 252 MB pen drive. Means, oh, wow, I can store 252 MB. So within 5-6 months, we got 500 MB, then 1 GB or 2 GB like this. And now it is crossed 100 plus, and a 160 GB of a pen drive in the same size. In the same size of pen drive, we can store a lot of datas. And if you see that 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, speed also increasing. It's not taking 18 months. So technology is improving, programming languages also coming, new things. So the people, they're providing a free open source. Now, what we are moving like new technologies and new era, we should follow that. According to that, we should learn. So in the last technical talk, the one person asked the question, sir, what to do, sir? Now, after 10 years, now I am a student. I'm studying these other things. After 10 years, where I will be? After 10 years, where I will be? I told, so in 2020, no, Appa, in 2020, these are the emerging technologies. One is artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, cyber security, and drones technology, edge computing, Internet of Things, quantum computing, virtual reality and augmented reality, 3D printing, 5G, Industry 4.0. These are the 2020 emerging technologies. If you learned all this technology, don't think like, so I'm running first, now I'm a first. You are running and you are the first. Don't feel like you are the first. You go with the people, go with the technology and go with the era, then only will success. I'm learning, I wanted to stop this is the end. No, it's not possible. All other people will run, you'll be the last person. So always keep on updating, then only will survive. That's why the previous sir told. So we were started learning the old technologies and old operating systems and old programming language. Now also sir updating. That's why sir is a number one. Okay, like this also you should learn every day new technology, new feasible solutions. What will happen coming days? So wherever you see, nobody will looking to starting to end scratch to end. You implement and you write a program and you launch the product. No, and one more question you ask yourself, you are learning the things, right? So any programming language, especially from BC and BSc students, what you people will do after joining industry? If you're having if you're having a time, just you ask yourself, what you will do after joining industry? Every year, 4 to 5 lakhs people they are joining in Bangalore. Minimum like a calculation and approximately 4 to 5 lakhs. Assume that. So after that, after completing your degree, where you will be? What you will do after joining? Starting, we are going to login page to up to end. I will implement any of the website, or you will write a program of bubble sort, quick sort, addition of any two numbers, or any of the mathematical oriented and data structure related programs in the company. What exactly will do that? The thing is, all the companies have having two things. One is domain. Second one is environment. Environment it will be changed based on the client requirements, either new tools or new technologies, Java, Python, Julia. Like this, there are new technology will come. Domain is very important. Domain is what is exactly domain in the sense e-commerce domain, insurance domain, hospitality domain, and what is the telecom domain. These are various kinds of domains. In the domain, we are applying that environment technologies we are applying. So we are producing the solution. Assume that you got placed in Flipkart or Amazon. What you will do? Already the companies they're having one job called as architect. So in that architect, what they will do? They made a complete one structure, internal tool and external tool. Internal tool they will work, then they will push that it will go to online. So in that environment, in that technology, in that architecture, you will go, you will learn the code and you will implement. So for implementing, that time we required tools. That time we required ICT learning. Okay, nobody will ask you to come and you without seeing that anything you implement, you write. Nobody will say that. So what company they are looking? They are looking your fundamental knowledge. If you're having your fundamental knowledge, that's enough. They will teach you 3 months. They will guide you how to do that. For that, you should have a fundamental knowledge. The people they want they don't want your hard work. They want your smart work. For smart work means saving the time, saving the money. That is very important. Saving the time and saving the money. Right? For that, we need to give smart work, not hard work. For doing the hard work, we should know shortcuts, we should know the tools so that I can execute the given task. Right? Now coming to that here, Google things. So we'll discuss how to create a forms, then how to create a certificate, and parallelly, we'll go to YouTube, how to create a channel and how to publish it, how to make your own website. In the next class onwards, in the tomorrow, we'll make our own website. Hope you create your own Gmail account. In that, we'll make your own individually. We can make your own website. In that, we can make it as excellent way of one website, adding more number of videos and solutions And I will give you that how to earn also. There are so many earning facilities also is there. In the previously we were using Google AdSense, AdWords. These are the things are advertisement also. We can give that. You can create your own website also, right? In that we can add videos. You can create your own channel. I think majority you're from Karnataka in the sense you know that Kirik Kirti, how that person is famous now. Is the basic is only started with YouTube discussing some of the topics, right? Attracted the people. He started using only free things, YouTube, right? Like this, there are so many products. I told around 70 plus products are there. YouTube, we need to go one by one by one. So majority will concentrate only few. Uh, you can consider as G Suite. I think you people get okay. I will run.
Welcome to EdTech.
1 minute. Can I share my screen? Or disable participant screen sharing? Yes, sir. Can you allow me to share the screen?
Okay, sir. You can share.
Host disabled participant screen sharing is there.
Sir, you can share now, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Our screen is shared, right?
Yeah, sir.
Tips
Yes.
for class. Some years ago, Google created their own email client, Gmail, which has become one of the top providers of email services around the world, not only for private use, but also for education institutions and businesses. But a Gmail account is much more than just an email service. So if you have one, make sure you take advantage of its full potential. Let's have a look at the different apps connected to a Gmail account. To begin with, we have Drive, a cloud storage and file backup system which provides you with 15 gigabytes of disk space to host all kinds of files, photos, videos, and so on for free. Now, 15 gigabytes is a lot of space, but if you ever fill it up, you can always buy some more space from Google. Within Drive, you can also create all kinds of documents with Google's own web-based Office suite. With Google Docs, a simple but powerful word processor, you can write text documents and use Google search to find relevant information for the topic you're working in without leaving your document. We also have Google Sheets, a handy spreadsheet program to organize your data and work with tons of formulas for your calculations as you would in Microsoft Excel. The suite includes Google Slides to create stunning presentations like the one I'm using for this video. You can also use Microsoft PowerPoint presentation within Google Slides. In fact, Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides can all be easily converted to any standard file format in the market. We can also create forums with different types of questions to make surveys or gather information from your friends, students, or your customers and analyze the submitted data in an associated spreadsheet. There's also a practical calendar in which we can organize all our meetings, lectures, or events, establishing notifications and inviting our contacts. You'll never forget an appointment again. You can also create groups from your contacts and use them as mailing lists or as a base for sharing documents, for example. Another application is Sites, a simple and fast way to create sophisticated web pages with the help of existing templates. You can communicate in real time with your friends, students, or customers through Hangouts, either through texting, audio, or video calls. With Blogger, you can run your own blogs on topics of your interest, either by yourself or in collaboration with others. If you are a teacher and your education institution uses Google Apps, you can also take advantage of Google Classroom, a friendly e-learning site where teachers can interact with the students, setting and marking assignments, integrating resources, and interactive content. And don't forget that each Google account has an associated social network profile in Google+, and also a YouTube account to create your own video channel and upload your recordings. If you're a teacher, remember that in addition to the private Google accounts, there is also a free version of Google Apps for Education. Academic institutions easily request using their own internet domain name. But beware, because in this free version for education, the drive disk space for each user is unlimited, and the administrators can create as many user accounts as they like for all the students and teachers. There is also a commercial version for private companies called Google Apps for Work with almost the same functionality. One of the most interesting features of Google Apps is that these applications run on any device and on any platform or operating system. This means that wherever you are, you can access your documents on any device and continue your work where you left off.
Yes. So in this, so in the tomorrow class, we'll discuss Google Form and Google Sheet, and we'll conduct how to conduct online test. So online test automatically. So the student, they should get that certificate. How to create a certificate that is a free. So once you entered, attended any of the test, if you scored minimum 40 or 60, how to set that automatically? The certificate should go to the particular candidate email ID. That is also I will show in the next class. Parallelly, you also try that. Then next thing is Google Classroom. Then in the Google class, Google Meet. So we'll discuss Google Meet automatically how to create sessions, how to create and time period so that I can take classes in between. That is a setting that. The next one is Google Class, how to evaluate, how to upload, and especially for teachers and the students. So we can assign the students automatically through Google Class, and we can show that marks also in that. Is a very excellent facility they provided. That's also we'll see in the tomorrow classes. And the last thing is Google uh, YouTube will how to create a channel, then how to modify, how to controls we need to use, then how to make a Google site. These are the things we'll discuss in the coming class. So if you are wanted to more in these classes, you can ask questions, and if you suggest me, I will explain that. So currently in the today's class, these are the things we are going to discuss in the coming class. Some of the tools, if you wanted to download what kind of tools you want, um, you can download in this website. I'm posting in the chat box, right? Okay, anything you wanted to ask, you can ask. If anyone having a question related to this, you can ask. In the today's class, we are going to discuss Google Form, Google Sheet, and test, how to create a certificate. And in the day after tomorrow, we'll discuss how to create a channel, how to create a website, how to modify.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your ideas. Now, I would like to, if anybody has any queries, please send it to the chat box. Now, I would like to request Srimati Swati Dikshit ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to present vote of thanks.
Yeah, yes, madam, 1 minute. Will you provide e-certificate? So I will not provide any e-certificate. I will show you that how to create a automatic e-certificate.
Sir, you will teach to the audience, sir, tomorrow how to.
Yeah. Sure. How to create e-certificate.
After completion of FDP.
Yeah.
Feedback form who will be filling for them, e-certificate will be given, sir. That
Okay.
they have attended the FDP for their participation in FDP.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So yourself, you can teach your tomorrow how to create form, how to do the certificate, everything you can go on, sir.
Yeah, sure, ma'am, sure.
Right, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It gives me immense pleasure to thank you all for making today's program a successful one. On behalf of Lakshmi Venkatesh Desai College, Raichur, with great sincere thanks, I extend my thanks to Dr. Ravindra S.H., Dean, School of Computer Science, Associate Professor and Head of the Department, Computer Science, Central University of Karnataka, Kadaganchi, Kalaburgi, for accepting our invitation and sharing such a valuable information with us. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Niranjana Murthy, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bangalore, for accepting our invitation on such a short notice and for sharing such a valuable information with us. Thank you, sir. I am highly thankful for our beloved Principal, Dr. Venkatesh Devru, for his guidance and suggestions in making this program successful. I thanks all the staff members of my department, Department of Computer Science, LVD College, Raichur, for their support and active participation. I thank all the teaching and non-teaching staff of our college. Last but not least, all the participants, thank you a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, one and all. The program on faculty development will be continued even tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So I would like to request all the participants to do participate, and if you have any queries, you can add into the chat box.
And even on the WhatsApp, you can give your questions. Tomorrow at the same time, 10:40 or 10:40, we will send you a Zoom link for tomorrow's session. Zoom link as well as YouTube link. So tomorrow, 11 o'clock, we will be waiting for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.